Alright, people, I got some things been on my mind about multiplayer in general lately. Tried Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and that is a laughable experience at best. This might be one of the worst ones ever. Arc Raiders has been amazing. If you don't want PvP in Arc Raiders, go play Helldivers or something else. Quit asking for the different types of servers, honestly. It's exhilarating and a crazy experience because you might get your ass blown off at any point. That's really what makes it awesome and makes it so scary and crazy. The bots are, yeah, they're wild and they could add more of them and all that kind of stuff. It would just be a different game. It would not be the experience that it is. It would not have the heart. And then also, the fact that we could choose to waste each other at any point in time after helping each other is just, that's what makes it a good game. We're going to get into that. Battlefield 6. I love Battlefield 6. Yeah, I would say they've gone a little bit more arcadey with some of the rates of fire, some of the guns and the recoil, stuff like that. I want some bigger maps as well, but I like the small maps that we do have. I feel like there should be more vehicles on all of them. And there are some weird changes I would definitely not have done. But I love it. Arc Raiders is awesome. Battlefield is awesome. Call of Duty I'm really, really, really disgusted with. But it got me really thinking. There is a player base for that. But one of the cool things right now, you look at the Steam charts, which everybody does. I don't care about that. I think we report on that way too much, but it's the most open-facing thing, so I get it. But it's at the top of the Xbox charts right now in America. Arc Raiders is number 1. Battlefield is number 2. You know, in the PlayStation side of things, they're in the tops. Call of Duty is under sports and college games and Minecraft and Phasmophobia and all kinds of other things, which is insane, especially on the Xbox side of things where it's on Game Pass. They should be ashamed of what they have done to that franchise. That being said, there's clearly an audience for it. But let me just get down to this. You can play whatever you want to play. I don't care. This is an observation. But it's kind of sad at the same time. A lot of the people that are so adamant about having their handheld or having or saying that Call of Duty has better shooting or whatever, going over and playing it, they just don't want to have to try. They want to be able to hold the trigger down the entire time. They don't know anything about how weapons work, which you don't have to. But Call of Duty was a military shooter when it started. Yes, it was arcadey, but that's the thing, is like FPS games have changed so much because so much of the audience don't care about guns, they don't know about guns, and so many of the developers haven't even gone and shot anything. They don't even take the time out to really see how recoil works and all of that, so they just guess. And then they have calibers and this, that, and the other, and none of it matters or means anything. But the new age audience aren't gun guys, so they don't care about that. Don't want to get too much into a tangent, sorry. Anyway, they want and like the health bars and the extra added stuff on the screen and the whole screen moving for your aim assist, which, like, mouse and keyboard players, y'all should be in your separate stuff. That's a whole nother conversation. Multiplayer in general, console needs to be together, PC needs to stay over there. You're playing two different games, no matter what. There's a whole bunch of reasons for that, we all know. You have your whole arm and a flat table to go on. We have a thumb. Most people are not good at controller. It is harder to be good at controller than it is mouse and keyboard. That's why you see so many old people playing on a mouse and keyboard and so many people that are clueless switching to that, and people saying, oh, you can't aim on controller. Yes, you can. I played competitive back in the day before there was aim assist on controller. I've always not used it. Anyway, people don't want to try anymore in shooters, and that is that small audience, or smaller, but it's big enough that Call of Duty is still right there, and so many people are still going to buy it. And that's just crazy to me. People don't care about immersion anymore. The new age audience doesn't care about immersion. They don't care about guns or anything like that. It's just more about, like, exploiting movement and how, like, finding the cheesiest, corniest weapon to use and what'll kill things the fastest. there's no flavor anymore with the new age audience. And then they get things like Battlefield, and you know, you have to stop to shoot to be accurate. Firing positions are a thing. Actual sniping with range, which it's not as realistic as it should be. They're both arcade shooters. I'm aware of that. And I'll get to Arc Raiders too, because it's ironic that it has a lot more things going for it than either of them do in the immersion aspect. But Battlefield has all of these things, and just immersive, makes you feel like you're in the shit, makes you feel like you're actually in a fight. And then I go over to COD, and it's still just static levels with ambiguous, I don't know what they are. Is it a male? Is it a female? Every guy has a man bun, or we're fighting robots, or all of that. And that's just the base skins. Random ass weird guns that don't make sense. 50 round mags on everything. People holding down triggers, sliding, bunny hopping, all that kind of crazy crap. You know, like health bars in a premier shooter is just absolutely nonsense, asinine, and weird to me. But hey, everybody should have something to play. And there is room for all of it, clearly. But moving over to Arc Raiders, it kills both of them with the sound design. As much as I love Battlefield 6's sound, it's awesome. Stuff honestly just gets drowned out, but that is how Warcrate is, so, you know, neither here nor there. But the sound design that it has, the emergent gameplay, just the world building, how you go into each of the different systems and how you use all of them, just every single piece of it feels like the devs were like, okay, this is what we're doing, we have a full-on idea, we're all gonna work together. And it's just odd to me because there's such a small, loud audience that's like, oh, this game feels better, or blah blah blah, this sucks, and it's like, that's fine, but really it's that you don't want to try. You don't want to have to adapt to anything but your Call of Duty sensibility or your Fortnite sensibility. And so many people just aren't gamers anymore. They just gravitate to one thing or whatever the hype is, and it almost feels like a lot of the new age audience aren't even capable of being fans of things. And it's not all of you. Some of you have good taste. Plenty of older people like I am and older than me have terrible taste in things. There's plenty of stupid bad takes. And like I'm saying, I don't care what you play. Do what you want. Just quit trying to make things into something they're not because you don't want to adapt. All of them could be better. Arc Raiders really couldn't do too much to be better, to be honest. Call of Duty, I'm very upset and sad with. It feels like a soulless husk. It looks stupid as hell. You don't even feel like you're fighting soldiers. It's just random shit. Battlefield is on a tightrope. It could go either way still, but as of right now, I'm ecstatic and happy with it. What do you guys think about all of what I just said? I know it's a little bit ranty, but I go off the top of the head here. Just stuff I've been thinking about. This has been the Game Thoughts. Thoughts, home opinions, trolls, strategy. I'm in love with Arc Raiders and Battlefield. I hate Call of Duty. I want them to do better. I want them to make a good game again. But they made Modern Warfare 2. That one was great. And all of those people that are still playing it complained and cried about it because it was too grounded. So here we are. The most premier shooter is now under college sports games and an indie game made by one guy. And awesome games like Arc Raiders and Battlefield. Battlefield is on a tightrope and has been sold. We don't know what we're going to get after this, so this might be the last good one we ever get. Season 1's pumping along. Arc Raiders is off to an amazing start, but it is clear as day. Multiplayer has changed, the culture is changing, and then on top of that, some of these development teams just seem like they are completely clueless. That's all I got for you today. We'll see you next time. Thank you for listening. If you got this far and it's your first time, please like and subscribe. And if you've been rocking with me, thank you so much. These are the videos and the content that really helps the channel move along. Appreciate all the support on the shorts and all that. All right, I'm out.